Hi guys, so I'm going to film the answers to the questions you asked me. You guys asked me so many questions, so thank you for that. I'm kind of dreading this just because I hate talking about myself, and I feel like this is going to be very self-centered. Because usually when I used to do this, and there would be questions, they wouldn't be so much about myself, and now they're literally all about myself, so I'm like, okay, I could do this. I'm going to answer the best that I can. I'm very private, so bear with me. I said I would try to answer all of them. I'm gonna try. Also, two other things. My questions are on my laptop right over there, so that's why I'm looking over there. And there's gonna be a lot of questions, and so this is gonna be in different parts. So watch for the next part, because it'll probably be the next video after this one. Okay, the first question. We'll get this out of the way. Do you have a boyfriend? What have you been doing the last 2 years? Are you engaged? Do you have a baby? Are you married? If not, how far/close are you to being there? When I get married, I'll let you know. Why did you decide to take a break from YouTube? I didn't really decide to take a break, it just kind of happened. And since I'm back, I guess we can categorize it as a break. But how do I answer this? I kind of just didn't feel like making videos. I was graduating school, I was, a lot of different life changes, I just lost interest, I didn't want to do it anymore. And just trying to figure things out in my own life. So I just stopped. And then what made me come back, I'm glad you did, but why? Well, thank you. I really just kind of felt like it, and it was right when I made my first video, I just kind of felt like I wanted to do this again. I missed doing this, and it's not gonna be like how it was. I think it was very like businessy, and there was like pressure, and I don't know. It's just not gonna be like that. I don't do this for my job, and I didn't used to do this for my job either. So I'm not like trying to figure out how to get more views and subscribers and like editing and all that kind of stuff. I don't really care. I'm just kind of doing this now because I want to and I enjoy it. So that's kind of that. And in terms of like what I'm going to be doing, I don't really know. I guess it's going to kind of be stuff like this. I'm working on getting a better camera. I'm just trying to decide which one I want. I used to do videos like this in the beginning on my channel, where it was just me kind of talking about things that I wanted to talk about, and what else? Like, I guess now they're officially called like story time videos, but just like awkward things that happen to me. So I plan on doing stuff like that because awkward things happen to me all the time, but I don't have like this big plan of like what I'm doing. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of doing what I want to do. Why did you go years without giving your YouTube fans any sort of goodbye? No harsh feelings, just curious. And then I kind of like lumped questions together that kind of went with each other. When you decided to stop making videos, have you ever thought of making a goodbye video explaining everything, and why did you choose not to? This is kind of funny to read that because I would have never thought that anybody wanted that. And I also didn't know that it was a goodbye. It really just kind of happened. Like, I really never just said like, I'm done, I'm not doing it anymore. It just kind of happened. And so I didn't think that anybody wanted a goodbye video or anything like that. So I don't know. I didn't know that like anybody really cared. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer. But now I'm back, so I guess if I intentionally stop making videos at some point, I will let you know and make that video. I don't really know. Okay, the next questions have to do with why I can't tell you those like YouTube stories. So it's like, why can't you? And if it has to do with like a contract that I signed, or why I can't tell you. It's nothing like that. I don't know how to explain this. The things that okay, how do I explain this? There's stuff you guys know that I put online and things like that, and then, I guess a lot of the stories, okay, there's things that have happened outside of that you don't know about, and I kind of told some of the things on Twitter once. Funny stories, and also just like opportunities that I got that I never shared with you that didn't end up working out, but like things like that. And that's not a big deal. Like, I guess I could tell you that, but I don't know. But then there's the other stuff that there's stories that happened at like maybe like VidCon or Playlist Live, and that like just things that I can't tell you because, and it sounds so stupid that I'm even saying this. There's things I wish I could tell you because they happened at like they're between other YouTubers, so I can't tell you because I can't say who it is, and I'm not about to say things and be like, a person I'm not telling you, because that's pointless too. So I didn't really mean for it to become like a I know stuff you don't kind of thing, and I don't mean it like that, but I just am saying like, I wish I could tell you things, but I can't because you know who the people are, and I can't like put out their business and things that have happened, and also my business, like everything. And I can't really like tell my friends because they don't know who these YouTubers are, but you guys do. So I could tell them, but they don't know who they are. But I can't tell you, but you do know who they are. So that's why I'm like stuck between like, I wish I could share things that I've witnessed and crazy things that have happened. Also, like, I was in it more then, and so it was like, this doesn't make any sense. I was doing YouTube more then and in it more, and I don't know how else to describe it. I don't know. It's different now because I'm really not in it as much, and so now I look back and I'm like, that was crazy. Oh, I can't believe I saw that. I can't believe they did that. I can't believe that happened. Like, that's kind of what I think now, but I can't do anything with it. This is so pointless, and I probably shouldn't have brought it up. I was just curious about accusations made about all of your prank call videos being the same people. I'm not saying that they are. I just remember watching them and loving them when I was younger and was just curious. Well, thank you for watching them. This is so funny to me because I feel like on every prank video I did, there was always a comment like, this is the same person, she calls the same people. I'm just letting you know, and I've always said this, I have never called the same person twice, ever. And I literally would sit with an open phone book and go to random numbers on random pages and call them. And there was so many times that nobody would answer, and it would be so much wasted footage because I would just call a million numbers and nobody would answer, or it wouldn't be funny. And I never called the same person twice. They were always strangers, and they're 100% real. Every single prank call I ever did is completely real. And that's why, I don't know, that's why they're so funny, I guess. But and they're not really pranks. I mean, you guys know this if you've been watching me for a while. I call them prank calls, but they're not really pranks. They're just like improvisations that the other person doesn't know about. So I would just like start a scene, and they would just, like, I would just make it up, and then they would have to fit into the scene, and they didn't know that they were doing that. They were just responding to the nonsense that I said. So it wasn't really a prank. It was more like I just used to do improv for a long time and wanted to just keep doing it, but found a different way. I don't know. I used to be an actor, so that's kind of what those are. But I know that like now pranks are fake. Like since then, people do fake pranks, which I don't really get. But mine were totally real. In the last 2 years, did you ever debate on deleting the channel, or did you know you would come back to it eventually? I never wanted to delete this channel, and I didn't think I would come back to it eventually, but I still use my channel to comment on videos and watch videos and all that, so I still use it every day. But I just, no, I'm never gonna delete it, never gonna, I've like privated some videos that I think, I don't know, aren't really worth keeping up. But yeah, I'm never deleting it. How has it been being away from YouTube? Was it weird? Was it liberating? I'm glad you're back. I always love just hearing you talk. Would you ever be interested in doing podcasts or something? I'd love to just hear stories from your break. Well, thank you. It is weird. It was weird. Everything is just kind of weird. And I feel like for a lot of these questions, my answer is going to be, it's weird. I don't know about liberating. My content on YouTube was never about like my personal life, so it was all like entertainment based kind of stuff. And so it's not liberating in that sense, because it's not like I had all this about myself and then I kind of took it away. It was more like I missed putting up content and talking to you guys, but it wasn't liberating. It was more just like, it was just weird. I feel like, and maybe other YouTubers know what I'm talking about, if you do this for a while, if you do YouTube for a while, you upload videos. I mean, I did it for I've been on YouTube since like 2006. So I wasn't doing this channel then, but I was doing videos with my brother, I think in like 2006. And so I've been doing this for like over 10 years. And so, I mean, definitely 2007, we were uploading videos. So it either started in 2007 or 2006. But I have been like doing this for that long. Once you do this for a long time, you kind of can't really leave. Like, you can leave for a little bit like I did, but then you just realize like, why am I leaving? This was fun, and like it's just like a part of your life forever, I feel like. So it's just, I don't know. That's kind of what I feel about it. How do you feel about YouTube now that it's so different than 2 years ago? It is really different. It's so different. There's different people, and the people who, I don't know, there's people that I used to watch that don't make videos anymore, and then there's people who are really popular now that I didn't even know who they were back then. I feel like there's a lot of great content out there. It's very professional. It's not like how it used to be, which is just literally like this, like me sitting here with a camera and nothing fancy. But now there's a lot of very fancy content out there with like millions of views and teams of people, and it's all very like high quality, high profile type stuff. So that's kind of weird. It's good, but it's just not what I watch. Some people that are like that, but it's not everybody who I watch. I kind of just enjoy the people more than the quality of the videos. The next question is, how did you feel about the election? I'm not going to talk about that here, but you can pretty much find out anything you want to know about what I think. If you really want to find out, you can find that out. So I'm not talking about here though, sorry. Any personal recommendation for doing well in college? Just keep going and stick with it and just keep going, because it's a lot. I was taking a million classes. I was taking online classes while I was taking like in-person classes, and I was taking online classes all through the summer. I felt like there was just never a break and when I was in school, and so I just kept going and I just kept my eyes on the degree and I got it. So that's my recommendation, is just keep going. On doing well, I don't know, just go to extra help and tell your professors if you need help. If you were stranded on an island, what would you bring? I'm assuming this means that I can't bring cell phone, laptop, things like that. I would bring my Bible because I could read it, and there's a lot there to read, and there's a lot of time to read when you're just kind of sitting on an island, so that's what I would bring. Have you been to Disney in the last 2 years? Yes, I have. I go to Disney all the time. It's always like last minute trips for me, and they're very short, which is fine, but like with my life and schedule, it's like I can't really do like a long week and everything and like do all the parks like I wish I could. But yeah, I've been to Disney for like quick trips in the last 2 years, probably a lot, like probably like 4 times, I think. Yeah. How is life after college? How is life after college? It's weird because for my whole life, and I'm sure if you're in college you know this too, or if you graduated from college, your whole life is school and grades and homework and tests and repeat, and that's what it is. And you always are just working towards finishing, but you never feel like you're going to finish. You just feel like it's just gonna be forever schoolwork. And so it's very weird to not have that anymore. I like it though, because all that stuff was very stressful. I don't have any idea like what is ahead of me, so that's weird. And for someone who really enjoys stability and security and just knowing what I'm doing, I don't know anything that I'm doing. So that's kind of challenging. What was the most important thing you learned in the last 2 years about yourself, or a life lesson? These are good questions. It's hard to answer this because I think I've learned a lot, but it's hard to choose like which thing I'm gonna say. So I think I'll say 2 things. You have the ability, and this might sound weird, but it makes sense to me. You have the ability to control who you are, and I don't know, like you have control over yourself. I feel like a lot of people act like they don't have control over themselves. They just say things and they do things, and like, I don't know, it's like, just calm down, think of what you want to do and what you want to say and how you want to be and who you really are, and then just do that. Like, be intentional with yourself. And I just feel like there's so many people who are just trying to like stay above water and like are desperate to appear a certain way on social media or whatever, or just in life, and just calm down with that. I guess I'm just trying to say, you can be intentional with your life, and you can, you know, no matter what situation you're in, if you're in a job you don't like or whatever, you have to make your life what you want it to be in the areas that you can. So with your free time and how you treat people and how you treat yourself and all those things. Just like you can have a very intentional life of how you want to live. I guess something else that I've learned is that no matter what my circumstance is or what I'm doing, because I feel like everything in my life, and maybe it's just my age, but maybe other people who are like 24 will get this, there's so many things that change, and there's so many things that I have no idea about or have no control over, and it's just like that time in, like, I guess it's your 20s where you have no idea what's gonna happen and what you're doing, and it's very like things change constantly, and which I don't like that. Again, like I said, I don't like when things change, and like I just like knowing what I'm doing, and I like kind of doing the same thing. I just know that the Lord is always the same. And so no matter how many things in my life change, I know that the Lord is the same, and His love is the same, His forgiveness is the same, His mercies are new every morning, and He doesn't change. And so I just cling to that because everything in my life changes and He doesn't, and He's always there. And so that's something that I've learned